Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 13, The Yoga of the Distinction Between Field and Knower of Field. Topic 1, Kshetra, Field, and Kshetrajna, Knower of Field. Verse 5. Great sages have sung the truth about the field and the knower of field in manifold ways. It has been stated in various Vedic hymns and especially revealed in the Brahma Sutra with sound logic and conclusive evidence. Beyond your body, beyond your mind, beyond your intellect lies your essential self. The self within you, in Sanskrit it is known as Atman or Brahman, commonly referred to as God. This self within you at this moment of time is unknown to you. Not only that, it is said that Atman or God is not something that can be known. Now, what the scriptures are saying when they say that God cannot be known, what they are implying is that Atman or God is something that is beyond all worldly descriptions and explanations. It is not something that can be reached through terrestrial effort. Atman or God is beyond your body, beyond your mind, and beyond your intellect. You cannot experience it through your perceptions, emotions, or thoughts. Our divine masters in the past had used this knowledge to pursue the self and gain that experience. They had become one with the self, they had merged with the self, they had realized the self. That is why it is known as self-realization. Their primary objective is to inspire and enthuse humanity to gain that same experience which they have experienced. However, since Atman or God is not an experience that can be conveyed, they had adopted ingenious methods to try and enthuse a spiritual seeker to pursue the self. They had used chaste reasoning and logic and divine hymns and chants to try and explain to humanity what that experience could be. This is the message of verse 5 of chapter 13 of the Bhagavad Gita. Verse 5 encourages you to employ your intellect and your mind, to use the emotions of your mind and the sound judgment of your intellect to tread on the spiritual path. A few key points that you may want to consider from verse 5. Number 1. Knowledge proceeds from the known to the unknown. This is the fundamental principle of education. You need to use the world to get to the unknown self. Number 2. Brahman cannot be contacted objectively. It is a subjective experience. You cannot use your body, mind, or intellect to experience the self. You can only become one with the self. Number 3. Different methods have been prescribed to explain that which is unknown. There is more than one way to educate. Spiritual education is meant to cater to all human beings at different levels of development. Number 4. The masters who gave out this knowledge have experienced Brahman subjectively. Learn from these great personalities. Take their advice. Use their teaching to progress on the spiritual path. Number 5. The spiritual path involves the development of both the mind and intellect. Employ the teachings of Vedanta to improve your inner personality. Chasten your mind with pure emotions. Strengthen your intellect with higher knowledge. Number 6. The wisdom of Vedanta helps you remove ignorance. We are ignorant at this moment of the truths of life. There is only one knowledge provided to humanity in the world that can lead us on the right path. That knowledge is Vedanta. The study process involves trying to identify the main message of the verse that you're studying. This process will help you gain a deeper clarity in the concepts that you are reading. A few points from verse 5 is as follows. Brahman is unknown. Anything unknown can be reached through known factors. One needs both devotion and reason to progress on the spiritual path. When you're doing your reading, when you're doing your studying, do attempt to try and generate your own questions and try to find out what the answers to these questions are on your own. A few sample questions that you may want to consider from verse 5 is given here next. What does it mean when it is said Brahman or self is unknown? What is your understanding of devotion? How does one study and reflect help one on the spiritual path? We will see you in the next class where we are continuing with chapter 13 and we will cover verses 8, 9 and 10.